So Tania rings me up at 3:30 and she said, so what are you up to, honey? And I said, I'm at a lady called Belle's place, which is across the road here, and I'm looking at our new house.
Yeah.
And she said, you're kidding me. And I said, no.
So I'm Tania Williams, and DIY is in my blood.
Yeah. And I'm Ian Steiner, and this is my therapy.
So the house is in Matota. It's about 12 kilometres from Gore. When we started this house, we didn't have any plans for what we were eventually going to use it for. And my uncle Rooker, he came over from Aussie, came down and fell in love with the property and also fell in love with the local community here. So an idea came about that he and his brother, they would rent it off us. For this end of the country, you need to have reasonably dense, well, the R value has to be slightly greater. And even though there wasn't a compliance requirement to insulate the internal walls, it's still about, what makes the most sense in terms of comfort and in terms of really thinking about who was going to live here and how big their power bill was.
I know she's really fussy with that sort of thing, so I just told them, give me the best, otherwise I'll get into trouble. So they handed me 2.8, and we used 3.6
in the ceiling space. All the choices that we've made for this house have actually been made with love, haven't they?
Yeah.
And with comfort in mind. That's really important to us. Putting in the pink bats, was just a, it was a no-brainer really, to make sure that everything was nice and warm.
Tania's the arty crafty one, so she's the one who put the pink bats in.
What I like about the new pink bats is actually that when you make a cut, when you cut them either on the nog or down on the floor, it was so much easier just to draw the knife across and not to have too many fibres floating around after putting them in. And what we noticed, remember just not getting the
itchy,
same
not
itchiness.
itchy or anything like that. Yeah.
Certainly got people talking about insulation and the benefits of insulation too. So, it's one thing to put it in, but it's another thing for people to recognise the value of it as soon as they come through the door. Everybody who's come into the house over the winter period has just marvelled at the fact that we're running a little fan heater and the whole house is really nice and warm. And that's thanks to pink bats, really.
Yeah, and during the day we don't even have to have a heater on, and it's amazing.